Mucho, muy, muy, demasiado, muy. Yo soy mucho, muy, muy, demasiado, muy. Mucho, muy, muy, para los pupis, muy pupi para las neas, muy pobre para los ricos y los gobiernos niegan que existo yo. Mucho, muy, muy, demasiado, muy. Yo soy mucho, muy, muy, demasiado, muy. Mucho, muy, muy, para los pupis, muy pupi para las neas, muy pobre para los ricos y los gobiernos niegan que existo yo. Mucho, muy, muy, demasiado, muy. Yo soy mucho, muy, muy, demasiado, muy. Mucho, muy, muy, para los pupis, muy pupi para las neas, muy pobre para los ricos y los gobiernos niegan que existo yo. Mucho, muy, muy, demasiado, muy. Yo soy mucho, muy, muy, demasiado, muy. Mucho, muy, muy, para los pupis, muy pupi para las neas, muy pobre para los ricos y los gobiernos niegan que existo.
Yes. Well, brother, how are you?
Peace, peace, peace. I'm good. How are you?
Good, 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 good.
It's good to meet you. I feel like maybe I might have met you before, but I don't know. Um, my family, all a lot of my family play djembe, play dundun, play music from Guinea, Mali, and you know, and I grew up around that music and the culture. Me too. I play some djembe. I play dundun. Not more, but like I said, it's been around me a lot. So, and I know a lot of djembe fola, a lot of you know people who come from the culture, and I really have a lot of respect
Yeah.
and love for the djembe drum and what it has done for people all over the world, but especially Black people. You know, and so I guess one of the first things I wanted to ask you, and I know it's a question that you probably have got a million times before, and you probably tired of answering it, but if somebody who doesn't know, how did you become a part of djembe lifestyle, djembe culture? What made you join that lifestyle?
Oh, okay. Thank you, Kofi, and today and to meet you and talk about and some life, how I make it life easy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my family is it's like come from different way and to being a musician.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And my father family is like they he was a musician.
Mm-hmm.
Father family. It's like like I'm gonna be say village governor, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My mommy family is Yeli people, and that's what she come from. And my father mom is Yeli people. That's what my
Mm-hmm.
family is Yeli. Um, for me, my father don't play djembe.
Okay.
My father play balafon,
Mm.
uh,
Oh, okay.
and my mom is singing and also she dance. And I have seven sisters. All
Wow.
the three of them is singing,
Mm-hmm.
and four of them they're not singing. You know,
Where are you? Where are you in that line? Are you older, younger?
I'm number three.
Number three of seven. Okay.
Yeah, I'm brother, older sister. And I've been after I grew up. I grew up in a started play all my first instrument djembe,
Okay.
first instrument. I know my father play balafon for I'm little and I got in a small djembe like this one.
Mm.
Got that for my uncle, my mommy.
Mm.
And that time, it's not a lot of young people play in Guinea. You know, people seeing them like in the wedding party and
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm very little that time. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I started to play. I don't have a teacher.
This is
Man,
in the 90s,
this is
the 80s.
it's about I don't know because my country and we don't celebrate in the birthday party.
Okay, okay.
No, like my sister, I don't know and how old my sister I am.
Wow, 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 wow.
It's that kind of traditional way now. Nobody care about like in the birthday party. You know,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
fun and you keep going. And
Wow.
hey, you go back, and after you go back, only the people know and the ID, and they know how
Mm,
you are, and they know because
mm-hmm,
you first soon they make ID for you from that birthday
mm-hmm,
period, and they know how old you are. We don't celebrate, and
mm-hmm.
that time in I can't tell my thinking. I'm when they like 6, 7. That's what I get in the little drum, and I started to play that time. And all in the djembe play in my country, if you see anybody play, I don't say anything. As
Mm-hmm.
soon they finish playing, they go, and I take my djembe, I do it all work.
Mm, mm,
Like my to play in the djembe like for destiny in my life, because nobody taught me to do in the days.
mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm,
I see and I can like in the memory or everything you do, and after you leave, and I do it myself everything.
mm-hmm.
And that's what in I've been coming to Jimbe. But also I studied the balafon,
Mm-hmm.
and I studied the balafon for 12 years in Berlin.
Wow.
And my teacher is like my father family. My grandma, my mom, my daddy, mom, uncle.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like a young uncle. That's what in my daddy love him and
Mm-hmm.
take me and they give it to him. Is I want to gonna show my son how to play balafon because my daddy is a good teacher. He can teach me. Now, it's a thing because he has some love, feel, and a heart. Because if you have a hard time to learn, you're not gonna hate me. You're gonna be
Right.
like,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
say, man, he is gonna encourage me to, sometimes
Be
hit
your
me.
best.
And yeah, he
Mm-hmm.
he he can do that way, and he understand that, and he tell me, okay, he give it in the he named to me, and also he take me and he give it to him. He say, I want you gonna train my son and how to play balafon.
Wow.
That's what I study in the balafon, djembe, and I play in the djembe all my life. I have 10 students. They
Mm.
study with me, and they live in Africa now. Where now? All they live in Europe, and they get an wife, white lady, and so
Wow.
they come in a company, and all they will communicate, and they know. And I have like in Africa one room. We share in that room 15 people.
Mm.
Yeah, 10 people coming to me, and 5 people, my family, young brother, and we stay one room.
Mm.
And they study in the gym with me, and we doing the party together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what in becoming the djembe, and I have like a couple of djembe here, and I have been doing here,
Mm-hmm.
and playing the 5 instrument traditional. You know that man, I'm happy. I'm happy. Thank you, God. Because my daddy being a musician for
Mm-hmm.
long, he never traveled like
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I've been coming musician. I got a ballet national and I trained within the ballet national for 6 years, and we got a contract to come in the U.S.
Mm.
Now that's what I come in the drummer and ballet player.
Wow. One of the things I wanted to ask you is that is, you know, I can relate to being surrounded by music, being in a music family, but I want to ask you, did you ever want to do anything else? Like when you were small, did you ever want to be a doctor, or did you want to be a teacher, or you want to be a, this thing or that thing, or is there anything else that you wanted to do besides play music?
No, really, I
Mm-hmm.
don't have that idea in my head that time.
Mm-hmm.
I open my eyes and I see my father is playing the music and my mom is singing. I want to study, like in school,
Mm-hmm.
and keep doing the music. I study and I'm doing the music. At that
Mm-hmm.
time, my father, my mom, Africa, what it look like, musician here, you know, good job and gotta pay some gig,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, son, school and they pay. In Africa, it's not that way, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And they whatever they do in the wedding party and they got money, you're gonna that cannot play for school
Yeah.
and
Wow.
for parent you have food. And I go in the school only 1 week and then they give it to me in the paper to pay in a month, and I give it to that paper and my dad he don't have money. And my
Right.
mom
Right.
and that paper stay there and I never go back in the school.
Yeah. School fees.
Doing the music and my gonna do the music. And any music, if you listening and I can't find it in a way in what you go. Or you show me like we can talk about like maybe Brazil music or Latino music
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
in Austin here where I live, I have a 5 band. All the 5 band they play in a different music.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everything djembe because djembe don't have tuning.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can put the djembe any music you
Anywhere, yeah.
where you have to go
Mm-hmm.
and work.
Yeah.
Sometimes balafon, like in the ray and black and white key, and if you have that kind of tuning, sometimes they have maybe one rate, one music to work together with that, or
Mm-hmm.
two
Mm-hmm.
music, sometimes like three music. Um, yeah, oh, what happened?
I don't know.
Hello?
Did somebody call you or text you?
Okay. I'm gonna say that now. I think,
Here we go.
yeah, I think iPhone people in the center to even.
Mm-hmm.
Um, That's what in our performance with them and Golden Dawn Orchestra and they're doing the disco, all like in 1999 music, long time
Wow. Wow. Wow.
jazz, Afro jazz. They do all
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
things mixed together. We doing a tour in 2 years ago in Europe for
Mm.
1 month and a half, yeah, and
Wow.
with them. I play the djembe and kunga and I put
Mm-hmm.
together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Beautiful.
with Akka, they like Middle East music, Iran, all that,
Mm.
mixing with the, Latino music a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I play with the Bambaku line, they play the West African music.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The Jumuti is a guy from Niger, and
Mm-hmm.
they have because all different part in Africa, different music. If you sometimes the same tempo, yeah, it's a complete different name and different way in accompaniment to what people do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All I learn all them, that band here, and that's why I was on my time in grow with my parent. I don't think about to be doctor. I don't think about to be in like teacher. Don't I think about to being a teacher, only music teacher.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because I don't write it down. Yeah, I can teach you everything what I know. That's why I wasn't think about that.
Yeah. You know, I, this just a question that I have. I don't know if it's related, but there's some people who I know who believe that if you are a person who plays your instrument, then you should know how to make your instrument. You
Yep.
should know how to find all the materials that it takes, and if your instrument spoil or break, you should be able to fix it yourself, right? Even if you play balafon, you should know how to make a balafon. If you play djembe, you should know how to make a djembe. What do you think? What do you think about something like that?
Um, that thing and it's good for you. You know, that idea you're talking about, and it's good for you because if you play instrument, you don't know how to fix it. You don't know how to make it. We can talk about it. To make it, that might be gonna
Mm-hmm.
work. Man,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that is a little bit easy to
Yeah.
help
Yeah.
you. Because if you don't know how to fix, you have to pay somebody to fix for you.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know? And like myself, I have a lot of students, what I tell you, like it times young men, they follow me in Guinea. They don't want me to fix my drum. I don't care my drum.
Mm.
They my drum, they care my balafon, and everywhere when we go. My drum broke, they fix for me, and whatever happened, if you want, they have to tight more sound and the high sound, and they're
Mm-hmm.
ready because that's the culture and what we do. I'm in the student in the village. I fix my teacher balafon. I fix
Mm.
teacher balafon going like a far away, like in the 10 mile, 20 mile, and we walk to go in the party and it's put my head and move around and look back in that. It's like I'm not gonna forget about that. You know, but he's a good man because he trained me to be anybody to handle. anybody, and I can hang out anybody, no problem to me.
Mm,
Because he's an old man, he tell me everything he know.
wow.
And I remember all in the, he tell me about the people,
Mm,
you know, and because his generation and generation before me, he
mm-hmm,
know what happening.
mm-hmm,
And he tell me, and sometimes we sit down in his little house, in the village house, and he talk to me,
mm,
you know, and that's the thing. I make my drum. I used to finish. I have like another drum there. I used to finish. They
mm-hmm.
fixed it 2 days ago. I fixed my drum myself, and I fixed my balafon myself. I know how to make it in the balafon. I can do it.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of work.
There, they need a job.
Mm-hmm.
I keep them to help them that way, and pay
For
them
sure.
to make balafon and making a tuning, and I pay them. And then if we bring it here, sometimes I take every key off and then go take everything and I put
Mm-hmm.
it to make it easy to ship it.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we bring it here, and because you see that this one we had it here, this have part, all they have part. Give them
Mm-hmm.
because this is skin. You see this one?
Mm-hmm.
This is skin.
Wow, okay.
Cutting the skin small, and that's what now all day tight. And they have a small bamboo, all that part. It's a very small work, and then you have to make sure everything is the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And, I work in this one here, and this one, I bring this one, and I put in the gold here,
Mm-hmm.
and I, you know, that's what your question is good in you know
Mm-hmm.
if you play instrument you know how to fix it and
Yes.
I fix in the samba kinkeni
Mm.
a whole instrument traditional I know how to fix it no problem.
Um, every time I meet Jimbe Fola, I always want to ask them this question because sometimes I meet different Jimbe Fola and they have different answer.
Yeah.
So I want to know what your answer. How? What is the origin of the djembe? How did the djembe become created? The first one.
What force one Jimbe what they look like to make if you make it or no.
No, I'm saying like for instance, like I could say like me, I play congas. I play the congas. I play djembe too, but I mostly play congas. And if you ask me how did congas created, I'll say is in Cuba. There was the slaves, enslaved Africans that were in Cuba. They were, I can give you the story behind it, and it was created to help. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like for djembe, where was it created and by who and why?
Why they created the Jimbe?
Yeah, because I'm just curious what you say, because some people say different things.
Yeah. Um, I know one thing why they created the Jimbe. Um, because this is my idea. Because I know people, what people in my country they started in Jimbe. What
Guinea.
the, yeah, what people in the started in Jimbe. But I know why they creating an instrument. We're gonna be talking about instrument. First
Mm-hmm.
instrument in Guinea, West Africa. I don't know my. Oh, okay, it's not on my battery. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, first instrument in West Africa, Mali Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Balafon. That's first.
Okay. Okay.
balafon, because balafon come from king. Before everybody have something to make noise, he has balafon.
Mm,
Nobody who know who take it or who make it for him or what happened. Man, he have in the forest. It's that forest only he can go there. Sumawuru,
mm, mm.
yeah,
Muru
Sumawuru,
Kante.
Sumawuru Kante.
Mm-hmm.
That's he have balafon first. And after balafon and they making the goni and kamarin goni, they making the kora, they making the bolong. Because all that
Mm-hmm.
when they making a string like in an animal
Mm-hmm.
skin.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Jimbe, I know because people want more celebration,
Mm,
more happy. Because this sound, it make everybody come down,
mm-hmm.
you know. Because if you play balafon here, people not dancing quickly. They want to
No.
what this?
Mm-hmm.
Where this sound come from? You don't have to.
Peaceful. It's a peaceful sound.
Yeah, because it look like in Diablo. I don't know in the Diablo in English. I mean, Diablo in people saying balafon is it, it look like to feel. You got to look like in have something magic.
Mm, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and all that instrument like balafon, goni, bolon, kora. And I think now why they making the djembe because they want people have more dance, strong dancing. That's what in the Malunke people they started an idea. They have a
Mm-hmm.
djembe, and that's what in the they bring. That kind of djembe, it wasn't look like in it look like in a white djembe what we have in a different fix. And a long time and they put in the fire.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Fire. And right now in we pull in a room, you stay
Yes.
one place. And I know Susu people we have in the Jimbe, that Jimbe call in the Sambani.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tall, it's a small, and if you fix it, and you can put in the water in the inside to make it wet, and
Mm-hmm.
it's making the sound it go high.
Mm,
That's what the Susu people you call labaya. They
mm-hmm.
have from long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Jimbe and Malunke people village because we used to be in the same. Everybody come from Mali Empire. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
all West Africa. It used to be
Yep.
like
Yep. Yep.
that's what in my understand and my experience. I think why they making the Jimbe have idea. I don't know who's first one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I know they want dance more strong and they want more loud.
Mm-hmm.
That's what in my understand.
I know that the Doom Doom, the whole family of Doom Doom was created and was separate. It's his own separate thing, and the djembe is his own separate thing. And then what I was told was that then the dancers and the musicians joined them together
Yeah,
to create the way people do it now. You would think that it was always together, but it wasn't always together. They brought it together to
yeah.
make the music more, to make yeah.
They're doing Jimbe have idea to making the dundun because you used to have
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
one dundun, and after they make a small one, two,
Mm-hmm.
because that two you can make a little accompaniment
Mm-hmm.
and one you doing little solo in
Mm-hmm.
shadow. You talk in shadow. And
Yeah.
like in used to be like the accompaniment, one accompaniment and one solo. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like that. And
That's the tradition.
generation, they make different idea.
Yes.
The old music used to be like accompaniment, one accompaniment. Now, after later, and they make it like two accompaniment.
Mm-hmm.
And later, you make it three accompaniment.
Mm-hmm.
And later, you have like a djembe bass.
Mm-hmm.
So bass, you keep going the bass, and the first accompaniment, second accompaniment.
Mm-hmm.
You have another one, you put in the number three accompaniment, and the bass in it, and dundum. And later, they have kinkini. And they put
Mm-hmm.
kinkini, it's going to be, we call that ballet style.
Mm-hmm.
Three drum, dundum,
Yes.
ballet,
Mm-hmm.
because that's the first time in the ballet people make that to put in it together in a tighter, and then also have
Mm-hmm.
someone is by itself and
Mm-hmm.
together, and that's what in the ballet it started that way in the West Africa.
I want to ask you about the ballet because you played with the Guinea, am I correct? So I want to ask you if you don't mind about the history of the national ballet. So how I know is it the president of Guinea is the one that created the ballet. Am I correct?
Fotoba Keita,
Okay.
Fotoba Keita, he used to live. He
From where?
from Guinea, West
Okay.
Africa.
Uh-huh.
And he is like very smart and
Mm-hmm.
left and they created a Bala African.
Mm-hmm.
And African is being every West African people is in the
Mm-hmm.
game. And Fodoba Keita. And Sekou Touré, he loved music.
Mm-hmm.
He talked to him.
Got it.
Say,
Secretary. I didn't want to say it, but that's the name I thought. Yeah.
yeah. And he talked in the Fodoba Keita. Say, hey, brother, you know, can you please bring in the ballet in Guinea? And I give it to you part in the government,
Wow.
within the job. We work together because Secretary love music.
Mm-hmm.
Secretary travel with Ballet National
Mm-hmm.
Europe. He go together with them and watch their performance.
Mm-hmm.
Same airplane, Secretary. Only
Secretary is a great man. Secretary is a great man.
first, first president in Guinea to make in Guinea we got an independence from
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and he is very strong, very
Mm-hmm.
strong man, and he I don't know, and some people talk about him different way.
Yeah.
He can talk, and the microphone, your radio fall down, like
Mm.
loud talking, and the radio fall down.
Mm.
He have some kind of power.
Yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
only allow give to him something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's only thing, and he's the only one he bring the Ball African because Ball African used to move around every
Ah.
Africa in Europe. He move around Europe in the West. They don't stay one place.
Mm-hmm.
And he talked to him and to because Keta Football he have a passport, Europe passport.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. And he's smart. He's writing and reading and everything.
Mm.
And the guy, understand a lot of things and also new. He have
Mm.
the thing in their brain and they put together. Everybody love it.
Wow.
And that's what shift to bring him there. And the ballet, that's what ballet come in Guinea. And the ballet stay in Guinea.
Mm-hmm.
Before my daddy young brother, because my daddy young brother work in the Ball African. That's what I came.
That's how you came.
That's what I got in the Ball African. Because they tell him, they say, hey, you got old. You need to bring the young man. to run plaza.
Mm.
And then he come in and talk to me, say, hey, because Bal African young people afraid to come in the Bal African.
Mm.
They're a little afraid because it's about two different things happening inside.
Mm.
Yeah, because some people doing the magic thing, they some
Mm.
yeah, kind of all they have all crazy thing in the happening there.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
He come in and tell me, hey, you wanna come in and I help you. You're gonna come in there because I need to bring somebody there. I said, okay, let me think about it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, and that's why then I came and I doing the audition.
Mhm.
They make me play balafon, djembe, and singing and dancing.
Wow.
Doing the audition, yeah, they asking me all this because they want to see how you talent,
Yeah.
how
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
How can they use you?
exactly.
Mhm.
Uh, that's what I came in Bal African and I'm doing that, and they accept me. They say we quit.
One thing I find when I in my research of African drumming, African culture, if you anybody who can drum can also dance. Anybody who could dance can also drum, and they also know how to sing the music. And right, it's never just you just do one thing. It's always you know how to do everything. And I think it's because the culture is always moving. The culture is always moving and growing, and it's always you have to participate in the culture. So if you're not dancing, you must be drumming because you can't just stand still and don't do nothing.
No, Bal African always people in the day that it call polyvalent.
Mm,
Polyvalent is the forgetting how they call it in English. Um, Polyvalent is like a French word, like
mm-hmm,
you more than one instrument. That's
mm,
what they call in the polyvalent in the French word.
okay.
Uh, Bal African, they don't pick you if you're doing only one. They don't pick if we do only two, you're not gonna try to do another three, number three.
Wow.
Yeah, because
Mm-hmm,
flute play, because flute play always they very good. They not a lot. Flute
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
they not a lot. Small people they play the flute. But if one guy in Mamadi Mansare, he
mm-hmm,
in flute ball African,
mm-hmm.
he gonna dancing, he gonna do the flute, and also he gonna do the mask.
Mm,
He gonna do the mask dance, and that's the thing. And you have to do only that guy. He can do the two job there. Starting the number three. Sometimes happen. Sometimes it not happen. But a lot of things look like he said. To singing is not easy for people. It's not easy. Somebody can play all instrument, but for
mm-hmm.
singing it's difficult.
Yes.
And sometimes they side. They don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm,
Now, a lot of things look like you say. A lot of drummer, they can dance.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um,
Very, very common.
yeah. And I like in some acrobat, some you can do an acrobat, some acrobat they can play music too,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
because a
mm-hmm,
lot
mm-hmm,
of acrobat people, so Bal African like them a lot. If like they bring them, you have to do no more than one job. That's what they want
mm-hmm,
because they can make business for you, for them. You make
mm-hmm,
business for them. Because like in example, three people gonna go in a contract for
mm-hmm,
three people.
mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm,
three people, and then they see like myself, I play the five instrument. I play djembe, I play balafon, I play bote, don't know if you know Bote. You know Bote?
I don't know. Let me see. Let
Uh,
me see.
this is like a long time ago. People used singing
Oh,
to bring the people
okay.
together. And that one is a big. This one a copy from that.
Okay.
We call
No,
that
I
up.
don't. I didn't know that one.
And that they play with this.
Okay.
They call Baba.
So that's like in Mali.
Yeah, Mali they play in the boat and they play only one like this
Okay.
and small one.
Mm-hmm.
In Guinea, we make music this one.
Uh,
Only one. We making the music this one and we make music that one.
okay.
They go together,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Like we have three of them. You put like that, and then you put this one. It's gonna be three.
Mm,
They make music.
wow.
And that goes with the both.
Mm-hmm.
Make music, they go together. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um, that's what I play in addition to Bal African too.
Mm-hmm.
That part, and I use this one, all three part, and all are using the both. And I play in Jimbe, and I play in the Dundu, and I play in the Crane. But
Mm,
all that part have to move around because all
mm-hmm.
parts put in together. First costume is gonna be on top. Second one is gonna be in the second one. Third one and last one. All the way. And
Mm-hmm.
from you need to program all the way end and never relax.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what in for me. Anybody play Dundu and they take you off. You're not gonna go travel because you too. You
Right.
know.
Right. Right. Right.
And, that is what happened. And they can bring another person and pay them money.
Of course. Yeah. No.
Visa. You know.
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
maybe $2,000 each person,
Yeah. Yeah.
and sometimes they got 3 or 4 people on all this day. And you don't got that money. Only director he got.
Right.
And you travel with them. You got in the U.S. or in the Europe, in that report, they gone
Mm.
because
No.
that's business.
Yeah.
um, that's what happened, and in the Bal African.
Yeah. I when I was young, when I was younger, I used to watch tapes of Ballet Africain. My you made my cousin, you know a man Yao Ababio? You know that name? Yao Ababio?
Go, Babio.
Yao. His name is
Yeah,
Yao.
yeah, yeah,
That's my cousin. He is a Jimbe Fola. He's from Brooklyn.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um uh,
And
yeah, and Ose, and
yeah,
they used to be with Bimba. You know Bimba Bangora.
I met in the Yao Bemba. I work with in Bemba. Yeah,
Yeah. So I grew up seeing videotape of Ballet Africain when I was small. So I would see, you know, this storytelling, like this telling the beautiful stories, and it would be music
yep,
and and dancing, but also acting
oh, yeah.
and telling the stories of the
So,
Malincan people and the Mandan people, and telling these stories, and also always with a lesson, something to try to teach people to be good people, a lesson in the story. So and then there's also, so I want you to, if you can, speak to me about using music as a way to tell a story and how important it is in African history, And African people, if you think, the jelly, they have the stories, and the stories are the history. So talk to me about storytelling in the music and how you utilize that.
Um, Storyteller in the music, they mind the people long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Mind the people ignore that happiness, that
Mm-hmm.
happiness feel.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Jelly people, that's what in a storyteller. Jelly
Mm-hmm.
people. Like Coca Sale, Yubate,
Mm-hmm.
and in the Bal African. I know you see the video and you don't know.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
a old guy and is singing. His voice very loud and
Mm-hmm.
sharp and they're
Mm-hmm.
singing. And they have like some comedian part and
Mm-hmm.
way to following the lady, this guy like that lady, other one like that lady, they have like a competition,
Mm-hmm.
dancing, like what lady gonna pick, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And he is a good storyteller.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like Sumaworo Sunyata, Sumaworo Keita, Sumaworo Sunyata, all
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
long time for all that history and economy. That's what in the Bal African they sit down and talk about a program because that's what in Football Kid I wanted to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
He write it down the story. Like
Mm-hmm.
right, he know what the program is gonna make it. He write it down first.
Wow.
After find every part in the music
Mm-hmm.
and he make that.
I just want to say that's not normal. Usually they don't do that. They don't write nothing down. It's just like they tell a story. So that's why I say wow, because that's, you say he's smart. That's very smart.
Jelly people they don't write it down. Some people you know how reading. They like
Mm-hmm.
to telling the storytelling. They don't look in the book.
Mm-hmm.
They memory everything. And they said to you, they tell you exactly time and what happened that
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
generation coming. This one will be strong, and this one is like it look like 9 times. You have magic, all that kind
Mm-hmm.
of, and that's what in Bal African is start like in to make people enjoy
Mm-hmm.
story long time ago, and also they put a little bit comedy and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes like they put like a serious, like in the hungry dancing. That kind of hungry
Yes.
thing is a long time ago because people don't want to do something and they force them to do it. That's
Mm-hmm.
strong dancing it come from that way, but they don't tell like exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I like in a storyteller. I like in everything in I do. I ask him in the people generation more before me, like my daddy generation. I like asking them in the question mark. Be good in Africa. I find some part, from my mommy family, from my daddy,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and my plan next time if we go in Guinea, I'm gonna go my grandpa village. I'll be there one time,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanna go
That's
back.
that's that's the name. That's the village you named your company, your group, right?
Yeah, my group is my daddy village.
Oh,
My
okay, okay, okay.
grandpa village. That is gonna be in a different village because
Oh,
it comes down in there long time ago.
oh,
And after it stay that village, Bramaya, and
got it.
it's there. That's
Bramaya, Bramaya. Mm-hmm.
my daddy brother. They born there. Everybody is born that village. They know that village better than that village.
Got it.
Yeah, and that's what my idea. Inshallah, God willing,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
go back to talk to my grandpa,
That's
you know,
beautiful.
family there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know, Shadi.
No,
I find in, you know,
I even me, my father. is 72. So he's not old, but he's older. So now I find myself always asking him questions about my family history and asking him to tell me things he knows about his grandparents and his ancestors and stuff like that, because I know it's important information, and I want to be able to tell that to my children and my nieces and nephews, and one day I have grandkids or whatever. So, and that's, I feel like that is the way. That's the tradition. That's the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to go and get in Ghana, which is where the place in Africa I've traveled to,
Yeah.
and the culture that I'm most familiar with. They have a proverb. It's called Sankofa, and it's saying you go back and get to bring forward. So it's like you have to go back to the past in order to move forward. So
It's
that's
it's good. It's a
mm-hmm,
good that way because you know our generation a lot of crazy than we think.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
If you go back to learn past and that make you self take some information right now from computer, from iPhone, from all that bullshit, and they take off there and they say, you know
mm-hmm,
what, I
mm-hmm,
need something. I need to bring
mm-hmm,
this, tell my kid, to tell my friend, to tell my
mm-hmm,
brother, to tell my sister,
mm-hmm,
because
mm-hmm,
right now a lot of people sit down and doing phone and or computer and doing everything. You're not gonna be
mm-hmm.
like learn about it in a long time ago. They learn about all in the computer system right now, and that control you. Not gonna be think about anybody, think about yourself in the computer.
Ah,
You
it's
know,
true. It's true.
in the drum, and if you play drum,
Wow.
if you play drum, you feel like among the people.
Mm-hmm,
You play in the conga, you think right there, I'm not lonely.
mm-hmm,
You know, and also everything in your head to make you mad, to make you something, make you go crazy. All that gone, you forget about all,
mm-hmm. So true.
you know. And I know I had to go into work. I want to ask you, however, one for you to ask you,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
um, if you all in the music in that you play, what music in that you favor?
Oh, I don't know. Oh man. Oh gosh. To be honest, my favorite music is the music that I grew up playing as a kid. When I was young, my family is traditionalists. So you're talking about magic or juju and those type of things. My family does that thing. So when I was 3, 4 years old, I was at ceremonies for baby being born, wedding ceremony, right here in Queens, New York.
Yep.
Right, but still, I grew up in my village and in my culture. There was drummers, dancers, singers. My father is a drummer. My older brother, me too. I have seven. I'm the youngest of seven, and I have two older brothers and four older sisters. Both my older brothers are drummers, very good drummers,
All
and
right.
my father is a very good drummer. And my cousins, all my family is drummers. So when I
Father,
was yes, yes, and so we would play for if somebody's if it's a funeral, if it's somebody's being married, if somebody's being installed as a chief, or it's a ceremony, or just praising God and our ancestors and the land, we'll play music for God. And to this day, I've traveled places. I play jazz. I play, R&B, soul, all kinds of music. The favorite music that I play is the traditional music that I grew up playing on. I'll show you this drum.
Okay.
This is drum right here.
Oh wow, nice.
So it's called Apentuma. This
Yeah,
drum is
from
called Apentuma. Yeah, this is drum is from my dad brought this drum maybe 25 years ago,
wow.
and it never breaks. The same skin, same skin from 25 years.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
that's
I have a friend from Ghana.
hmm
He have a that kind of drum,
hmm
and I like it. And also, he have some drum controlling sound in the feet. It,
Gome. It's called Gome.
yeah, it's big one.
hmm
He
hmm
can touch
You
inside.
sit down.
Yeah, and we have that kind of instrument in Guinea too.
Really?
Yeah, Yule rhythm.
Uh-uh. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Uh-huh.
Yule original. We play in Suko.
hmm
Suko is like you sit down top, and he can play the sit down top. Or you hold like this, and then you play.
Same thing.
Yes. And that it's like being the three people, four
hmm
people,
hmm
5 people, and everybody have your own part. Boom, like a big one. Boom,
Mm,
boom. And it's that instrument. They same family.
yes, for sure.
They same family.
I
And
know, I know. Yeah.
also another question: if you want to play conga,
hmm
what first rhythm you gonna start?
The first rhythm you start with, to me, is a rhythm that they'll call la marcha. So it's the basic pattern that you'll play for if you're playing a music called song montuno, if you're playing cha cha cha, if you're playing um yeah, those are music from Cuba, from Cuba. So the conga drum is from Cuba. That's where it's originated from. Now it's everywhere in the world, but it started out in Cuba. And
I have a small one here.
wow, wow, wow. I have my is there, but I could do it even on this. Like if you hear it in the music. If you listen to any Latin music and you hear conga, you hear this. That's the first rhythm you have to learn if you
Okay.
play conga is la marcha, which is you play it for son montuno, cha cha cha, mambo. If you're playing a mambo, um, and then the original before that, the first music is rumba. So
Yeah.
that's Wawanko, Colombia, Yambu. These
Yeah.
rhythms from these rhythms are created by the Africans that were in Cuba as slaves.
Yep, we have a Roomba too. There.
Yes.
That's what I
hmm
know. We were.
So I do have a last question. So they one of the things I talked to first before we go, I want to shout out the Afro-Latino Festival. I want to shout out Radio Casetera. I want to shout out Anna. I want to shout out Mayoka
Me,
Prado
me too.
um, for bringing us together and making this happen.
Yep.
And you know, I I'm grateful. So the one of the things Mayoka and myself talked about is resistance. So Guinea. I know one rhythm in Guinea called Liberté. So I want you to speak to people about the creation of that rhythm, liberté. What's the story behind that rhythm?
Liberté.
Hmm.
You talk about a story in the Liberté.
Yeah. So what I was taught is because it was came as with independence.
Independent. Yeah. Yeah. That's
So
independent.
so that's why I'm like one of the questions they asked me to talk about, which I agree with, is this idea of using music or how music is can go hand in hand with politics or freedom or the people wanting to be free. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That happened because we have a Conakry N. That means
Hmm.
Conakry 1, Conakry 2,
Hmm.
and Conakry 1. And they make that because Sekou Touré, he loved in the music, and that's what that liberty it come from. It's rhythm in the day making for Sekou Touré because Sekou Touré asking the French people for independence.
Hmm.
That's what
Yes.
they created that rhythm and
Yes.
one, and they do it and they make arrangement in the djembe and everything dance. It worked very well.
Yes. Yes.
That's why they make that rhythm because Secure he make everything
Hmm.
with
Hmm.
go done. We take care of ourselves. We don't need you guys to control. That's what it
Exactly.
liberty is coming that way, and we play the music everywhere. And
Yes.
I happy to festival, big festival in there after they created. It happened
Wow.
in the Laurent Camara. He live in New York. He might be here about him. Laurent.
Hmm. Yeah, of
He,
course, Laurent. Yes.
he,
Hmm.
he got in the medal in Kuda from Sikture.
Mm.
He saw him. He give it to him in the symbol to the you good djembe play. You know, and then he got that and happy. Um, that
That even also in Ghana, when they gained independence, they created a music called Pan Logo.
yes,
So there's that idea of music being created because of a revolution
yeah,
is something that exists all throughout the world on the continent of Africa and here in America. There's black people here in America. We created the music that we created, jazz and all these music, out of wanting to be free.
yeah,
And even right now, I just made an album called Nation Time that's out everywhere for purchase and streaming. And it's about us wanting to be free. The music is about us wanting to be free. I created a rhythm using talking drum and uh, a drum called Brekete from Northern Ghana. I created that rhythm. It's called Intokwa, and it's about us being free. So yeah, I just wanted to talk to that about using the music as a way to help us become free.
yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
thank you, Abu.
Thank you, Kofi. Thank you. And maybe we come
Yeah,
to New York. We might be gonna be see each other.
And I'll be in Austin one day. I've never been, but I can't wait. And if I do, I'll call you.
No problem. Good to see you. Good to talk
Yes,
to you.
sir.
Thank you for
Thank
letting
you,
me
brother.
know festival. This music live talk about everything for
Hmm.
family because music is like family.
Yes.
And it's like in the language in the universal language. And we don't speak same language, but we play music. So
Uh-huh.
and like Chinese and Spanish and Korea,
Uh-huh.
where you come from. When we meet in the music, everybody say one thing together.
Come together.
Mucho